So Ukraine first, border 8th or 9th. My first guest represents Georgia's 9th Congressional District, Representative Andrew Clyde. Thanks for joining us.
Well, Andrew, great to be with you this evening.
You are a combat veteran. Give me your hot take on this meeting that took place in the White House. Is Mike Johnson right to hold out for border security?
Andrew, I think that border security is the #1 issue in this country. It is not the funding of Ukraine. It is not taking care of someone else's borders. It's our borders that is the #1 issue here that the American people care about. This is our security. This is our national security. And as we have seen with the illegal invasion coming across our southern border, it has made every state a border state, and it has endangered the American people. So that's what the focus needs to be here, not Ukraine. I know that Leader Schumer, Majority Leader Schumer, he wants to protect the president, and we know that Ukraine probably has the goods on President Biden. But that's not what this country's focused on. We need to secure our southern border.
I don't know. Look, I know that there are some people that say not another penny for Ukraine. No one wants Putin to win this war, but Republican, I didn't understand. I don't understand this. Democrats, their focus is Ukraine. Republicans is our nation. I mean, it's not like, well, you give us Ukraine and we'll give you the border. It's all of our border. We're watching people in your state being murdered by illegal immigrants. You'd think that politicians, no matter what their stripes are, would say we have to secure our border.
You're absolutely right. I mean, it's people in my very community. I live in Athens, Georgia. So what we saw happen here with this beautiful lady, this student, Laken Riley, murdered by an illegal alien from Venezuela that came across our southern border and was enabled into this country by President Biden's policies, by his parole policies. If this illegal alien had not been here, this young lady would still be alive. So this is a tragedy on the American people. His policies have made us unsafe and continue to make us unsafe. Our #1 priority has to be closing our southern border, stopping this illegal invasion, and deporting these criminals, over 600,000 of them that we know of, in our country right now. That has got to be our #1 priority, not the funding of Ukraine.
By the way, how is that a loser for Democrats? You look at the polls, immigration is now like the #1 issue. If they were to fix this alongside Republicans, it would give them electoral victories in 2024. But again, they're saying Ukraine first. And this guy, by the way, came across the border in Texas, came here to New York City, got arrested for endangering a child, was released before ICE could pick him up, and made his way to your community where he committed a murder. Now, the media and the Democrats say, let's not judge a whole group of people by the actions of one person. Oh, really? Thanks, guys. But again, we should not be funding other nations' priorities before we fix our own. And I can see this as we're heading towards a government shutdown. Do you think Republicans are in a good position? Because Democrats do hold the narrative, right? The media is going to say, no matter who's in charge, that Republicans are to blame for a shutdown.
Well, just think about it, Andrew. In order for them to come across our border, they have to break the law. The first thing they do is step into this country and they commit a criminal act by violating our immigration law. So they are lawbreakers to begin with. In this guy that committed this heinous and violent murder in Athens, he was a criminal in New York. He was arrested in Athens as well for criminal activity before this even happened to this beautiful young university student. I mean, this is unconscionable what's continuing to happen to the people of our country. And this administration, the Biden administration, is enabling it, and we have to stop it. This, as I said, it has to be our #1 priority.
I got less than a minute. Can the Republican caucus hold, or is there going to be a shutdown?
Well, if it's on the border, then I think that we need to hold to get border security so that we only fund a government that funds border security. If we're unwilling to fund border security, then I think we need to go into shutdown. I think that's what needs to happen because the American people are demanding border security. We've got to listen to them.
Actually, I misspoke. I said, can the Republican caucus hold? And if they do, if there's a shutdown, it'll always get blamed on Republicans no matter what, right? Got to get border security. Then we can talk Ukraine. I got to leave it there. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks, Andrew.